When I was a kid, I used to like exploring. I would go outside whenever I could, but there was hardly anything to explore since everywhere was full of buildings. So I decided to find a place where I could explore as much as I wanted to. Among all of those buildings, there was a place which had nothing around it except for an old tree. Standing in the center of this abundant land, the tree was almost leaning to the ground with its branches that had no leaf. Since I was looking for a place like this, I decided to go there. As I got closer to the tree, I could see how old it was. Finally, I was standing right next to it. I lifted my head up. It was so tall and wide that I looked tiny next to it. On its old body I saw something which looked like a pair of eyes. I stepped back, and as I stepped back, it opened its eyes. Its eyelids were slowly moving up, and now they were wide open, looking right into my eyes. I was scared, but I was also curious. With little hesitation, I stepped back again. "Don't be so scared, child," it spoke. "That's impossible. Aren't you a tree?" That hesitation was reflected to my voice. "I am indeed," said the old tree. "But trees can't speak." It sounded almost like a question. "Well, here I am, as you can see." The old tree giggled, and as it giggled its branches started shaking. It looked funny. We started talking, and as time passed by, I understood that there was nothing to be afraid of about this tree. "Why do you look so sad?" I asked. It looked around with longing, closed its eyes for a second, and then smiled while opening them again. "I used to be a happy tree. Everywhere around me was full of flowers and animals. I had a family." Its voice trembled a little. Then it continued. "One day people started to come here. At first it was a new experience. We thought they were nice. And then more people came. Some of them didn't leave. They built houses and stayed. They not only destroyed our lands, but they also cut my tree friends and family, picked the flowers so that they could take them home. All of them died. I am the only one left." Now this big old tree was crying. I felt sorry. "I am so sorry that it happened to you. I promise I will never do that to anybody." I gave it a hug. It hugged me with two branches that looked like arms. Then he put something into my hands. "This is a seed. If you plant this, it will grow." I looked at this tiny little seed. "Will it grow as tall as you?" The tree smiled. "Yes, it will. Be kind, give it some love, and it will grow like a magic." I said goodbye to the old tree and went back home. The next morning I ran to the garden. With a little help of my mother, I planted the tree. At school I told everyone about my tree friend, and they all said they were going to plant a tree to their garden. When I went to see my tree friend, I couldn't find it. It wasn't there. I asked my mother why it wasn't there, and she told me that it was dead and it had to be removed. I planted a tree where it used to be so that it could grow again.